Welcome to the Brandon Rafi podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Brandon Rafi podcast. This is episode 17. And I'm here with my guest, JD.
My brother.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. I feel like I'm the last fucking person to finally get interviewed for this thing, man.
You're not the last, though.
I think you had our cleaning lady on. You've had everybody from our station on except for me, so I appreciate it.
Oh, Sienna? Oh, my God.
No, it's not what I said.
Off rip, we're throwing shots. That's insane. No, it's crazy because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, dude, JD's like one of my, we always vibe. And I'm like, why am I not getting him as soon as possible? But it's just been like I had scheduled people, and then now you got it. So
whatever. We're here now.
Yeah. So of course, I know you, but the people don't. So can you explain a little bit of what you do and who you are? Yeah,
no doubt. So my name is JD. I'm a co-host on The Morning Mess, which is 101.5 out here. I DJ as well on the side. I've been doing that for a long time. I've been with this station in particular. Well, I guess I'll kind of go back to just the roots of my AZ roots. I graduated from ASU, went to school to be a teacher. And that obviously was not going to be the thing. And I knew that pretty much right away, right when I started going to school. I became an intern. I worked at the hip hop station in town for a handful of years. And then when I graduated, the next day, I got offered a position to do full-time nights at Live 101.5. And then did mornings with someone named Rafi Law for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then shipped out to Boston for about 9 years, came back and got an opportunity to be on the show out here.
Got it.
Yeah.
How long have you been working for 101.5?
In totality, I'd probably say 5 or 6 years, I would say. And on the show, on the Morning Mess, we're coming up on 3.
3?
Yeah, 3 together. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, because I remember Joey was telling me, and he showed me pictures of you at your younger age. But it seems like you guys always had that dynamic, like big brother, little brother. He's always like just talking shit.
Yes. Well, I was Joey's intern. So way back in the day when I was 18, I was literally in my dorm room at ASU, and I was in Manzanita, and I remember looking down and there was a bus that had the Nuts in the Morning. That was like the station. I was like, oh, okay, that's the station out here. So I applied to be an intern, and long story short, I actually thought it was like for the following year because I didn't bring a car. I came from out of state. I'm from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't have a car. I don't know how the hell I'll get down here. So I think the light rail had just opened up.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, shit, I better find a way, whether it was a light rail, and then I took the bus. And so, yeah, me and Joey go way back, because I was an intern, and that's kind of like how I got my start. And, working in promotions, kind of the old school way of what you had to do to get on the air.
Okay. Now, so you started working there before Sienna, right?
As far as what? The radio station at Live?
Yeah. No, on the Morning Mess, like you, because I think she was introduced not too long ago, right?
Well, maybe like kind of came on around the same time because I auditioned. Well, I was asked to be on the show, and I initially moved back to Arizona because I was on tour at the time. So like I was DJing around the country doing like Taylor Swift nights and like One Direction nights. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like when everybody after the pandemic was super hyped to be back outside.
Yeah.
And so I just needed a home base. So it was either between here, LA, or Vegas. And all my homies that like started businesses, like Mike from State 48, and all my friends that had started businesses were thriving. They were all like, we were all getting our face kicked in, and then everybody was kind of doing their thing. And I missed my friends. I've been on the East Coast for 9 years, so it was good to just be back.
Yeah.
So when I got asked to be on the show, then we needed a female, and then we auditioned a few people, and unfortunately went with Sienna. Yeah. Which wasn't my fault.
But I love the dynamic, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I go to your guys' live podcast, like, dude, I love that. I think you guys just go like so well, and it's funny. It's super funny. You're hilarious, by the way.
I appreciate that.
Live, it's comedy. Kyle, we got to take you to one of the shows.
Yeah, no, we got to get you out to one, brother.
I'm down.
He's over here doing hat tricks.
Love the
No, I mean, listen. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we caught lightning in a bottle, to be honest, because I think there's always a learning curve with 2 people for sure. With 3 people, luckily I had Chris Villa, who was Sienna's cousin, who was my DJ on my night show before. So like there was some continuity. I knew about Sienna. I just had never met her, but I knew about her through family. And then me and Joey's dynamic, I've known Joey for a long time. So, but it's different when the light turns on and you have to like talk and you're getting to know the inflictions and like when you're supposed to jump in. And as the number 2 guy, I'm supposed to like try to bring in that funny right away, which is I wouldn't say like a new skill, but it's a skill to be able to have to say something funny based off of somebody else. Like, and it's a really underrated responsibility, and I've had to learn a lot. Like Joey's been a great mentor through all that, and then Sienna finding where she jumps in, and then where we all like really sound like we're having a continuing conversation. And for some reason it just worked, dude. Yeah.
And that's what I mean by that. It's because you guys make it seem like seamless. Like it's like just a combo. Even when that day that I went to the radio and I was just watching you guys work, I was like, man, this is dope. Like I was like, in my mind, I was like, man, they're killing it, you know? So, you know, congrats to you guys. It's dope. Now, I do have to ask about the famous Jello.
The 7-layer Jello.
Yes. How did that come up? Like, I think it's your mom's recipe.
It's my grandma's recipe. Okay. So the beautiful thing about us getting to know each other is that, you know, we hang out every day. We see each other like family more than our families. Yeah. So we're learning things about each other constantly, even to this day. And so I had brought up, you know, we were talking about like family recipes. I was like, oh, well, I do this 7-layer Jello, and everybody's like, what the fuck? And so obviously it's some white people shit.
Yeah. No, honestly, because I've never heard of it. So that's what I was like, and when I saw it on the show, I was just like, I was thinking that, but I don't want to say it. But I was
it's okay, man. You just call it what it is. And it's basically, I got the recipe from my grandma, and my grandma, it was just our Thanksgiving dish. It was made once a year. And the kicker is there's like this white cream that's in between each layer. And when I found out, I was even tripping. And it's sour cream. Like it's sour cream, it's milk, it's sugar. When I was told it was sour cream, I hate sour cream. So I was like, yuck, you know, but then
somehow
it just tasted good, and it's our family tradition. And once they heard that, they were like, wait, there's sour cream in this thing. And it just took on a life of its own. And I had the show try it. And it's just kind of like one of those things where you're learning about someone's culture, you're learning about someone's upbringing, because we're all so different, you know, and that is one thing that made me different.
So what time of the year do you make that? Because I need to try it out. Okay. I need to try it out. I'm going to pull up whenever you guys do it on the radio. I need to pull up and try it.
Did you not have it at the live podcast?
No,
oh, okay. I made it. If you came up to stand up live, I was like, hey, I made a batch of it. And if you want to try it, go ahead. I'll make you it, man. Yeah. It's a process. It's, you know, like a 4 to 5 hour intense process. And
you don't want to give out too many secrets, you know, we want to hold back.
Oh, I don't care. Like everybody knows who originated it, but it's something that I think, you know, the art of creating something that sticks, that for me was like the random thing, because it was so unique. You know how musical artists and everything, they have like a niche, like maybe they wear a specific color, like they wear pink all the time or whatever. That thing was something sticky that allowed me to get an identity, if that makes sense. It's like a tangible thing that people can be like, oh, you're the dude who was talking about the 7-layer Jello shit. Yeah. You know, so it was just something silly and stupid.
Which it's funny that you say that, because every time I think about you, not that I'm thinking about you all the time, pause. Yes. But I always think about the Jello. And I had brought it up to Sienna, and Sienna was telling me about it. She said she liked it.
It's something that you just have to try. And you know what? If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's something in my family that was an every year thing. So it's organic. And I think what hit was the authenticity of like how much I like it.
I think we need when you do make it, I think I need to bring Mr. Rafi and have him try it.
He did try it.
Did he try it?
Yes. He was our first guest on our live podcast.
Oh, I thought that you guys did that on the second one.
I think the Avi for his IG is him trying it. No, we had him try it. Okay. And I told him, I was like, listen, I think food is art, right?
Yeah.
Like food is subjective too. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's cool. But you have to try it. And I remember giving it to him and I said, hey, you don't need to fake the funk in front of this crowd. If you don't like it, then that's fine. I think he took multiple bites.
You know why I don't remember? It's because I was backstage. And I remember, I was like, I was prepping him for these questions. But I was backstage. That's why I don't remember.
No, he tried it. I mean, that's kind of like content 101. Imagine if you can get Rafi to try your 7-layer Jello. I mean, it was good to know that he was human. I didn't even know he was a real person until he came out on our podcast. I was like, holy shit, there he is.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I hear that a lot, and obviously I see him a couple of times a week. But yeah, he's definitely real for everybody that's watching.
Yes.
I want to bring him on, but I'm just waiting for the perfect time. He's asked me. He's like, when am I going to get on? I'm like, whenever you want.
You got to get him on a milestone episode. You got to get him on like the 100th.
I was thinking.
You know, I think it's good. I think his mysteriousness.
Yeah, it just adds more to
something about it is kind of like, you know, when your favorite hip hop artist comes out of nowhere and releases an album and like it creates that buzz. So there is an aura of like, where is he type shit that I think is, if he's doing it on purpose, is genius.
I'm not 100% sure, but no, it's crazy when I get it a lot when, you work for Rafi, and they're like, is he real or is he AI? And I'm like, no, I think he's pretty real. Like, you know, I'll show him a picture of us just shaking hands. And they're like, that has to be an AI video. And I'm like, bro, like, I have to get a video now or something. But
it's genius marketing, fam. Because you see him everywhere, but in person. So 100%. It's genius.
Yeah. Now, how early do you get into work? Is it?
I'm up at 4. So like there's I don't know how you are as a morning person, but I got to get my body up because nothing is funny at 4 a.m. Absolutely nothing, you know? So you have to, for me, I have to get my mind right. I got to get my body right. And that's just me. So I wake up at 4 and then I'll do my like morning routine. And then I'm in the station by 5 o'clock, kind of like revving the engine. By that time, I'm already fully awake, like ready to go. And because you have to be ready to be funny at 5:30 on the dot. You have to be ready to go. So I want to make sure that I'm like an athlete. Like I've prepped my mind, my body, my soul, and I'm ready to get after it.
It's funny you say that because I didn't even think about that. Because I've been getting up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. And you're right. Like nothing's funny in that time. You're
awful.
just like getting up, doing your thing, going to the gym. Yeah, but I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm up at 4. And luckily, I think if you're blessed enough, I love what I do. Like there's just something about it. So it's easier when you love what you do and you wake up.
Yeah.
And it's something like fun. And, you know, there's a purpose and we're serving the community and my job's a joke, fam. Like it really is. But I've worked hard enough to make it look like a joke. There's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes, and mornings is peak pressure. And you have the most people listening. It's the biggest responsibility. It's usually the first thing to go. If stations are cutting the fat, it's like, you know, we're the head coach of the station. So shit hits the fan, we're the first ones to go. So there's always like that pressure.
I like how you said that you're almost like an athlete. You know, you want to prep before that 5:30 time.
That's me.
Yeah.
Some people can just roll out of bed and they need extra minutes of sleep. I worked nights. 12 out of the 15 years I've been on the air. So I was the opposite. So this is a new schedule for me, even because I was not used to having dinner, you know, like a normal person. My shift always started at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So I'm having iced coffee at 5 o'clock and people are like, shit, they're revving down. Whereas I was revving up. So this has been a little bit of a shift change, literally, for me.
Speaking of athletes, I know you golf. How long have you been golfing? Or
shit, I've been golfing since high school, and then I was gonna go to ASU to golf.
Oh, really?
I was gonna walk on, but I just had a terrible back injury my senior year, and I could have pursued it. I chose not to. I just don't think I was good enough. But I tried to give it a go.
Where'd you go recently? Was it in Boston or where?
I went to Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, I went to Seattle on vacation and played like one of the best courses out there and in the country. It was like a top 20 course.
And you shot pretty low, right? Was it like 74?
I shot 75. Yeah.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
insane.
No, I'm nice. Don't fuck with me, bro.
The funny part is that I was gonna tell you, I was like, we should golf, but once I saw the scorecard, I'm like, damn, I honestly don't even, because normally, I'll shoot like, I think the best that I've ever shot was 84.
Which is good.
I know, but not what you're playing.
You have to remember, I worked in golf. Like my first job was picking up balls on the range. I used to drive the cart, that people hit at and stuff like that. So that was my first job. When I was 15 to all the way till I was 18, I worked in a golf shop. So, and I got lessons and I've like eliminated so much of my social life practicing my golf swing. So I'm at that autopilot mode now where I just want to beat my friends really bad, and I want to beat my future father-in-law. I just want to fuck everybody up. Outside of that, I suck too. I can have my days, trust me, but I just want to beat my friends, and I want to beat my future father-in-law.
The way that I got introduced to golf was because my dad used to work at a golf course.
Out here?
And it's a long story. We used to live here when I grew up, and then we moved back to Mexico. But he lived out here. It was in Apache Junction. I think it was called Apache Creek, or I forgot what.
Yeah, right off Ironwood?
Yes.
Oh shit, yeah. My grandma used to live out there in Apache Junction. I love that place. Yeah,
and it's funny because like when I drive by, I remember it, but I think I want to say I was probably like 5 or 6, trying to go out there and hit a ball. And then throughout like high school and everything, like I didn't play golf, and I recently got back into it in like 2019, like just before the pandemic started. So at that point, I was like grinding. I was like trying to figure out, because I had the worst slice, bro, just slicing to the right. So I was at the range just grinding, and in the legal world, like everyone's doing golf tournaments.
Not just the legal world, the world.
You're
it's
right.
100%. It's a social thing. I mean, you're seeing LeBron, you're seeing Kevin Hart, you're seeing Usher. Like everybody's picking up the game. It's good and bad, because prices are going up, and especially Arizona, like it's just too expensive to play out here.
Well, right now it's hot too.
Fuck that. I'd rather play now, and when people aren't, they're not as motivated to go out.
That when I first started, like probably like 2019, I was going during the summer, and that's how I was just grinding it out. And I was just trying to get good enough to where I'm going to these like golf events, and I'm like keeping pace.
Decent.
But then I got like addicted to it. I'm like, all right, like going every weekend to go golf somewhere, and learning how to putt correctly and what the difference is in between the balls and all that. It's insane, dude.
I love it. It is, for me, it's my break away from work. For a lot of people it is, but it's an ability to be outside. It's ability to be social. You can close deals out there if you want, but at the end of the day, it's just something that genuinely can bring people together for 4.5 hours. And yeah, if you're good, then it helps. But for me, that's my escape. Like I got to be able to have something to do. What's
your favorite course that you played at?
Out here?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, there's hella. I love Dinosaur Mountain out in Apache Junction.
I've never
Gold
played
Canyon,
there,
gotta
but
do
I
it.
have to.
It's so underrated, so slept on.
Okay.
So if it's worth the drive, go out there. I think the Givens, I think you can go to Troon. It really, at the end of the day, bro, it's so expensive to play these spots. So it's been a while since I played Troon, but I like Whirlwind. Over Alpha Wild, Wild Horse Pass. I love anywhere that's in good shape. Okay. So yeah, shoot, all those Scottsdale courses are great.
Have you played at GCU?
Yeah. I love GCU's courses.
Dude, it's a banger.
If you are just not necessarily getting into the game, but if you just want a solid track, go to GCU because it's very golfer friendly. But it's still challenging if you want it to be.
The bunkers are challenging.
The bunkers are challenging. I mean, it's just like a good, solid for the price point spot. Yeah. And that's what I care about. Like, if you're going to charge me hella money, I better be looking at an ocean. I better be having great food. Yeah. So GCU is a really solid spot. They do a great job maintaining it. Sure.
When you went to Seattle to go play, you had a caddy, right?
I did, yeah.
How much did you pay?
So I actually caddy out here as well. I caddy at a country club. I won't say it, but I do that if I can, if I have time. And I paid him. I think I paid him a couple $100, but I believe it's usually around 100 to 125 a bag, and then you try to tip, a solid amount. Okay. So yeah, I gave my caddy a couple $100 for 4.5 hours. I mean, I did okay, so I didn't make him work too much. But
how much was a course of?
$350.
$350.
But that was because I'm from out of town. Locally, that's what I miss about Arizona. There were rates that made it affordable and shit to play out here.
I went to go play in Hawaii at Kapalua, and they charged me $550.
Yeah,
and I thought I was gonna get a caddy, but I didn't. And I was like, the hell? And I asked, and then they're like, "Oh, there's no caddies today." And then I was like, "Oh, okay." But at the time, I didn't know. Like, I thought that they just came with it.
Well, a lot of the times, the course I played in Seattle was walking only. So they didn't have carts at all. So you either could have a push cart that they give you for free. Thank God. Oh, how nice. $350. Here's a lovely push cart. Or you could get a caddy. So I wasn't familiar with the spot. And usually like places like Pebble Beach or all these top spots, I like having someone on the bag to tell me things about the course I wouldn't see. Because imagine paying $500 and you're like, you have a blind tee shot over something. And you're like, well, I would have wished I would have played better had someone told me where to go.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I think that, when I got there, I tried to play serious the front nine, but it was so fucking hard. And the back nine, I'm like, all right, let's just have fun. I was drinking a couple and smoking some cigars, and it was a good time. But it was
terrible mindset.
It was windy, bro. It was windy. It was insane. And then I also played a couple like Muni courses, which were just as nice, but I'm like, they were cheaper. So I'm like, damn, it's crazy because I feel like any course out there in Hawaii was like the same as Kapalua, but just I guess the pro shop's a little different.
Well, and there's a big event there every year, so you're paying the price for the experience.
I got to see Tiger's locker. So
see, it's like all that adds dollar signs.
$500. I was all right, cool, dope.
Gotta do something.
Yeah.
No, I feel that.
I should take you to GC though. We should, because we have a partnership with them. So I'm gonna have to hit my guy up. Maybe we can go and golf.
We may or may not be cooking something up with GCU. So just stay tuned.
Okay, I thought you were thinking of saying something else. I was like, okay.
Stay tuned.
Okay. So you guys heard it here first. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
No, but yeah, that's, of course I saw you golf, so I wanted to bring that up.
It's some fun, man. It's just something at the end of the day that I lived on the East Coast for 9 years, and there was a full season, 5 solid months where you just couldn't go outside because it was freezing. So I don't take it for granted that we live in an outside, lovely, sunny, warm state. So, and it's just your chance to hang out with friends.
Yeah.
The people that you don't sometimes get to see often.
100%. Now, out of you, Joey Boy, and Sienna, who shows up late?
Oh, that's what we're doing here. I'd like to know some of the answers that they said. Were they grilling me on anything?
I didn't ask them this specifically. I tried to switch up everybody because I didn't want to ask you guys the same thing. But Sienna was throwing a little shade at you here and there.
Saying what?
I can't remember.
We'll
have to
that's horseshit. You're fucking right here. How do you forget? What did she say?
There's so many cameras, bro. I don't even.
What possibly could she have said? Listen, I get grilled from them every single day. No one shows up late. You can't show up late to our job. Everybody on our team, I'm going to say something nice. Watch me go. Everybody's super important to our show. So no one is showing up late, and I'm not gonna do that to my counterparts. I will say I'm the first one there.
Okay.
I personally like to show up early, and again, that's what we were talking about earlier, how I get my engine going.
Yeah.
So I like having a little calmness before everybody kind of comes in. I just like that quiet space for a second.
Who argues more in the studio?
Me and Sienna. Yeah. Me and Sienna be going at it like brother and sister. Again, I think we really caught lightning in a bottle because her and I can have a sibling rivalry, and Joey just knows how to fucking egg people on, dude. He just knows how to instigate and press your thumb on, like, he presses his thumb on that thing that can just get you going. Yeah. But me and Sienna, we just be arguing all the time.
Yeah.
Me and Joey will we'll argue about sports and random things like that. But yeah, me and Sienna be going at it.
No, honestly, it was so fun going and watching you guys work. I want to do it again, which I think I am going to. Let me know when it's a chill day, because I have to bring you guys something.
Oh, that's nice of you, man.
But yeah, no, that day that I went, like I came back and I was telling Ernie, I'm like, dude, like I felt like imposter syndrome, because I'm like, you guys are killing it, and so it just kind of made me want to like work harder. But yeah, no, I need to go and just be a fly on the wall, dude.
I appreciate you saying that, because it's way easier said than done. And I think we are just in a unique position where Joey is an incredible host and he is a incredible conductor. So he knows when to let me and Sienna talk. He knows when to let me talk. He knows when to interject. He's just really good at that, and I admire that part of him. And then Sienna obviously is learning things as she goes throughout the process, but she definitely knows when to interject too. But you have to have a conductor, and I would say like Joey's the Ernie Johnson of me and Sienna, as far as like if you watch Inside the NBA.
Yeah. And
he just lets us ride, man.
Yeah. I like that you said conductor, because I just like how he navigates everything.
And you're letting things breathe, and kind of like if you're thinking about a comedian who's up on stage, that joke might not hit the same unless you give it a little extra breath or you press on some a little extra. So he's great at that. And then Sienna and I just know how to bicker. I don't know what it is. Yeah. And I think, speaking of what you're saying, this is who we authentically are. So you're calling it work. We're just talking, dude. And I think that's what has made the show so relatable and so fun, hopefully, to listen to.
Yeah, no, and from what I watch from you guys, it's like you said, I feel like in the moment, it seems like you guys are really like triggered at each other, but it's like, it's just a homie. Like, you're just, it's nothing serious, but that's what I like about it. 'Cause like you guys really make it seem like you're really pissed off. Yeah. But then after I'm like, oh shit, like, it's just jokes, So.
Well, we do have to exaggerate sometimes and be entertaining. And I think that's the difference between somebody that can do this and someone who can't, because at the end of the day, the person that's listening and watching this, they still want to be entertained, especially with a short attention span. So if you're doing a podcast or you're doing something like that, you got to hit people in the face, and you can't just sometimes be normal, because behind the scenes, I would say I'm a big introvert. Like, I'm a very private person. For someone who has to live such a public life, I'm very private. I've had to pry things out of me to get things on the show.
I feel that. How'd you do that? Like, because I feel the same way sometimes. That I don't want to overshare. But how'd you start doing that? Maybe I can learn.
Just do it, man. Like, you just kind of figure out also what you're comfortable with at the end of the day. The beauty of our show, and I think really any successful show, is we have boundaries. So like, there are some things that are completely off limits.
Got it.
For me, it could be a relationship. It could be like, hey, I know that I can contribute a lot of relationship things to the show, the amazing content, something happened on a date. But for me, I'm really private with that kind of stuff, and I don't want to share it. It's something that makes me uncomfortable. Maybe it's something specific, with a family issue. It'd be great radio. I'm just not there as a human being. Like, if I have a rough relationship with my dad or something like that, or my mom, it is great content. It is relatable, but it's something that at the end of the day, when the mics turn off, no one fucking cares. I care. So I have to protect my peace.
Yeah.
So I think it's whatever you're comfortable with. And then determining kind of what you feel like you really want to share. Like, if I'm trying to think of like an example for you, like something like, if I know someone is struggling with, their parent has substance abuse or any kind of thing, if I feel like I can help you just by sharing my story and letting you know this is something that's happening, or I'm the same. Like you and me are human beings. Like you might not think I have this issue going on behind the scenes, but if I feel like it'll help you, then I'm willing to share it. And you have to be comfortable with that as someone in media. I have to do that. It's my job. But there are those boundaries, and we have them like in the studio, and it's very important. And we're very respectful. If Joey didn't want to talk about his kids, blah, 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 this is going on in school, it's not even up for debate. So I think we all just push each other enough where we're like, hey, if this will help you at the end of the day, then we do it.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, the reason I kind of asked that is because like I was noticing that like Joey does share a lot. And then I was like, damn, like, you know, I went the day that I was there, he was talking about his dad and his mom and everything. And I was like, damn, like he got into like really deep, which like it gets you more invested into the conversation. So that's how I was asking them, like, how do you guys know like what's off limits, or how do you break out and talk more?
Sometimes you learn the hard way, brother, because you forget that we're talking to hundreds of thousands of people and millions of people. And so you think you go into this little room and, you know, it's not going to be reverted back to you. At some point. And there have been times where, you know, I will have said something and that person I'm talking to, or my parents will say something like, hey fam, like that's not for public consumption. And I've learned the hard way multiple times. And I've gotten those phone calls, and then you just kind of learn to go from there. And sometimes if you're just like, no, I'm sharing this is part of my life. And that, I mean, Joey, he's been doing it. And I think, Sienna and I are learning more of like, what we can share, what we should share, and hopefully on the other side, because you do have to take into account other people's feelings. So I can't talk about something that's going on in my family or something with myself if I'm not ready for the consequences potentially that could come out the other side, if that makes sense. Yeah,
no, it does. Have you ever said anything like, oh, HR is gonna
HR? Yes. You know, back at, you know, when I was doing nights and shit, I was just, I did a bit called Just the Tippy with DJ Slippy, you know, out here, where we would literally give tips to people who were, you know, leaving the club, like don't be barefooted in the streets. And we'd go in on people, and my boss wasn't even listening. And it took him like a year and a half to listen to that bit. And he goes, what's this Just the Tippy shit? And I was like, this is blah, 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 blah. He goes, that's fucking done. Like that bit is through. So yeah, there have been multiple things, but we could get away with more back then.
That's insane.
But to answer your question, yes. But I think comedy, though. I think HR usually gets involved when it's behind the scenes and if something really crosses the line. But again, it's one of those things where you forget that, you know, the casual conversation that you have with your friends, if that was broadcasted to everybody, would that get you in trouble? So there is an art to what we do. If that makes sense.
No, I mean, and honestly it is. Like, if you guys do go check out this, well, if you guys are watching the episode, make sure you guys go check out, when's the next?
We'll announce it, but
okay,
yeah, it'll be.
You guys
soon.
have to go check it out because it's crazy. It's hilarious. There's people talking out in the audience. There's guests coming out. There's games. Yeah, it gets pretty lit.
We try to make it as interactive as possible, and people are paying money. Again, it's one of those things where you have to entertain people if they're willing to come out and give you money from their own pockets. And it is a lot of pressure to deliver an event where it's worth someone's time, babysitters and parking and shit. Do you walk out the door? It's $100. So we have to make that experience fun. And it has been, man.
Which is worth it just for the hat trick.
I think I have I think this was the hat I did it with.
I want to say yes.
Yes, I believe this was the hat I did it with. Yeah. Okay. For the hat trick, when I was an intern, I had to just do anything to separate myself from the other people, because it basically was an audition, you know, to get hired. And I had to do things in the streets that were like, oh, that's the kid that can do the hat trick. They might never know my name, but at least they can associate something with me. And so I figured out, anytime a white person goes into the middle of a dance circle, there's going to be something happening. So I just try to come up with that, like when you do the worm, or, you know, something that if they jump me in and they're like, yo, go in and start something. You know, we used to go do high school stuff. Get the crowd going, go and do something that'll get them like, oh, and kind of be the icebreaker. The hat trick was my icebreaker.
It's a banger.
Thank you, bro.
No, it's
only if I land it, fam. If I don't land it, it's a bust.
Honestly, like everyone likes it when you don't land it, or even when you land it. Like either way, people.
But there's something about it when you do it the first time that just hits.
It gets the people going.
It gets the people going.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's funny. Now I do have to ask you an infamous question. If you had a billboard, where would you want a billboard at?
Oh, I love that question. I already know. At the top of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at ASU.
Okay.
Because I got denied from that school. I went to ASU to be a teacher. I tried to get into the journalism school and I didn't have a high enough GPA, which is crazy to me that you need a GPA to join that school. And so I always thought it was funny. Like I got denied from the Blaze, the ASU radio station. Couldn't pass their test of like the boards. Couldn't do that. I couldn't get into the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. So put that shit right above there with the station and be like, you don't need this place. But I'm a spiteful person.
Yeah.
So that's a great question.
That would be comedy, dude.
Yeah.
Get in a picture and just post it on Instagram.
Yeah. I want my billboard right above them. Right above where everybody on that campus can see, because dude, you don't need that degree. With all due respect, you don't need like a journalism degree to do journalism. Okay. Like make TV, I know nothing about, so I'm not gonna say you don't need to go to school to do TV. But radio, it's personality. It's you can learn as you go in media. Like there are people podcasting that have zero experience in some, but that can.
I'm all look at me.
They don't need it.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't teach personality.
100%.
So I would put my billboard right above the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and in front or above the Blaze radio station. I need to do a shift on the Blaze just to like feel full circle.
We're gonna have to clip this and tag them. No, just fine. We're getting
it. It doesn't matter. I want them to know because I felt so defeated because I felt like I had found my calling with doing entertainment and radio, and I wish I could have gone to that school. Like I wish I could have learned the things, because maybe I would have wanted to do TV. Yeah. But the fact that I had to have a certain GPA my freshman year, I wasn't stupid as shit, but I didn't have the GPA that you needed. So it's no knock, but I just, out of spite, look at me now type thing, even though they're like, what did we do? You're the idiot. you know?
My last question, what's the next hair color going to be?
I like blonde. Next hair color is probably just going to be my all natty, brother. I'm not going to I just wanted a little life change. Every once in a while, man, you just got to do.
I like the blonde, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you look cold.
You just got to do something to spice things up. Yeah. And that was something to get me going. And I think you have to reinvent yourself in our line of work. Otherwise things can get stale. And that was my version of shaking it up, because my job is to make you feel something. Yeah. So if you're used to seeing me without a beard, then, well, let me rephrase. If you're used to seeing me with a beard, if I were to shave it off, you'd have something to say about it. Yeah. My job is to make you feel something. That's ideally my job. I need to do something and I need to say something. I have to believe it. Yeah. But I have to say something and do something to make you feel like something instantly. Yeah. So when I did my hair shit, I knew something, somebody would have something to say about it.
Yeah. Dude, I love how you just don't give a fuck what people think of or say about you. It's admirable. It's you're funny. It's comedy. And I didn't even think about it. I was just bringing that up, but I'm like, dude, you went that deep to really get people to laugh and smile.
I think you have to, bro. I think, for me, there was a time where, especially early on in those intern days, where I just was very thin skinned, dude. And it just, anything could hurt my feelings. I was very sensitive. And I think living in Boston and the East Coast helped me a lot because they're so personal and in your face. If I had a shitty show, they would tell you, listeners would tell you, my boss would tell me, my coworkers would tell me. You just knew right away where you stood. And I think it's just sometimes things aren't that serious, and I'm still learning that, to not take things personal. And I also fuel that fire a lot of the times. The show will tell you, if Joey or Sienna haven't told you, I do it to myself. So like, it's almost like a toxic trait. I just love, and maybe it's a competitor that's like in me, but I just love talking shit and having fun.
Yeah. No, you know, 100%.
Sienna did say she roasted you in her audition.
Oh yeah, when she auditioned, she kind of like just went at me, but I think that's who Sienna is. Yeah. So I think that is partly probably why she got the job, is that you have to have a little bit of that banter. And imagine meeting somebody again and not taking it personal if she said something like, why this person say that? Like, I don't know you like that. Yeah. Play the game, dude. That's another thing we say all the time. It's like, when we're talking to people on air, play the game, dude. Tell us your opinion about this. Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. No, that's what she did say. I remember that. Yeah,
and I remember wanting someone else to be on the show, and I didn't want her. So right back at her.
Now, speaking of playing the game, we got to play some golf. So
I'd love to, bro.
I'm gonna line it up. Me, you, Ivan. Ivan's a new character. I think we did speak about him. Not.
If you had him on this podcast before me, I will literally break everything in this room.
We might have to cancel the last episode. No, I'm just like,
fuck, man.
I'm joking. No, I'm 100% joking, but I do need to get him on board because that's my guy. He's comedy. But I want to line up golf, me, you, and him, because I'm due to golf with him. He texted. My last 3 texts from him are probably him inviting me to golf, and I'm like, I'm busy, unfortunately. But yeah,
I want to ask you, what is I guess it's a in your face question. What's the point of this podcast?
The point of this podcast is highlighting the person next to me.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, which in the beginning I try to do a lot, but then it turns into a conversation. So I don't know. Did we highlight you enough today? I
feel like you did. No, okay. I love what you guys do here. I think you guys do an amazing job for the community. I think you guys are going in the right direction. You got the right people on board. Yeah. And I think you utilize your talent to your advantage, because we're all hopefully doing something amazing for the community and the people at the end of the day. And I think you guys have the right representation of people on board with the brand, and you guys are tapped in. So I love it, dude. Yeah, you guys do a great job.
Man, I appreciate you. And that's the thing too. Like, we try to stay away from a bunch of like legal conversation, which I did have an attorney on board not too long recently. But honestly, it was interesting what he was talking about. But when we started the podcast and we were thinking about it, we were like, we want to stay away from like the legal stuff, even though we are like we work for an attorney. We wanted to stay away from that and highlight the people that we work with or we want to work with, or highlight people that are doing good things in Arizona. So that was kind of the whole thing behind the podcast.
The Rafi's Hope stuff is really, really dope. And I think it kind of adds an interesting layer, because you do have this attorney that deals with real life and like real things that happen to people, whether it's car accidents or stuff like that. Those are like serious things. So very smart to stay away from those, because those are people's lives, but you're also giving back in ways that I think are very unique and different. And this is like a whole new venture it's a brand, which is crazy for a lawyer, but you guys utilize it and do the right things.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for taking the time and coming on board. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys tune in to the after mess.
Yes.
To the morning mess, sorry. And make sure you guys go follow JD. Leave him a like.
That's right.
Roast him in the comments if you want.
Be careful, bro. You act like I'm some soft ass person. If you come for me in the comments, I have no problem.
Which I want to see. That's gonna be comedy.
I think that is what makes the beauty of it. Like, if I don't know you, just like, there's a difference between saying something hurtful versus you're just trying to engage in the conversation. Like, if you make fun of some silly shit, I will literally end your life. So, well, not like that, and if I do, then I have legal representation.
I'm like, look at her.
It's fun, dude. We're just having fun at the end of the day.
No, but let us know too if you guys want us to get content when we do golf. Because I'll get a camera guy out there and when we're out there golfing.
We'll do a drinking challenge. You don't want it, bro. Like, I mean, let's just go out and have some fun. Like, don't be competitive with me, man. I'll ruin you.
I'm down, honestly. I just give me like a month and then I at least like warm.
I'll give you 10 years. I'll give you whatever it takes.
Give me 2 weeks.
You will never in your lifetime beat me, and you will never in your lifetime have a friend that will beat me.
Okay.
It will never happen.
I'm gonna have to get dialed, bro.
It will never happen.
And on that note, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you for coming.
Yes, sir. My dog.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Welcome to the Brandon